we're going to continue on with some of our health topics that we're discussing this hour. That's because there's a new study that's telling us one of the most effective things we can do to increase longevity: a 15-minute fast walk. Well, it's advised for you to have 150 minutes of moderate activity per week. Let's be honest, not everyone feels like they can get this done. So according to research published in the American Journal of Preventative Medicine, fast or brisk walking for 15 minutes a day, every single day, can have a similar health benefit. That's about 105 minutes a week as opposed to 150. And amongst 85,000 participants, they were given a comprehensive questionnaire about exercise habits, their walking speed, health. This actually took place between 2002 and 2009. Then they came back about 16 years later and they were asked to complete a questionnaire about their health. And those who walked fast for at least 15 minutes every single day saw around a 20% reduction in premature death. That was compared to a 4% reduction among those who walked slowly for a total of more than 3 hours a day. So incredibly different quantity of time, but the pace plays a huge role there in how the results came through. So this follows a study actually from earlier this year in the journal Heart that also found that a brisk walking pace was associated with a 35 to 43% lowered risk of heart rhythm abnormalities. It's a topic in an area that's increasingly being discussed for its health benefits when we talk about walking. Is this something where you really focus on getting your steps in every day? In fact, we talked about this on the show just a few weeks ago because there was a study that pointed out that 10,000 steps number was thrown out there completely arbitrary. It stuck with all of us. And according to a new study that actually did the research on this, about 7,000 daily steps are actually enough to get you most of those health benefits anyways. So science is definitely catching up when it comes to walking, giving us a clearer picture on the optimal way to do this exercise. To talk a little bit more about it now, we're joined by Dr. Simran Dio, who is a UK qualified family medicine consultant and a wellness doctor at NMC Royal in DIP. Dr. Simran, thanks for joining us on the show today.
Hi, good morning, Sonal. Thank you for having me.
Now, I guess first, I just want to get your response to this recent study. The idea that the speed or the pace of walking can actually be more important than the overall duration when we talk about health results. Why do you think speed potentially is so important?
Well, it's important because it gets your heart rate pumping faster. So effectively, your heart is going to be pumping faster. It's going to make that blood go round your body faster. And therefore, your heart is a muscle. So it's going to build up the muscle of your heart, which means in the long term, it's going to lower your blood pressure, which, as we know, is a risk factor for cardiovascular disease.
And as I mentioned, walking is actually a form of exercise where we're increasingly seeing now more studies, more research being done on how we can optimize this for exercise. For many, a leisurely stroll on the beach track might be their walking for the day. Nothing wrong with that, of course. But for people who are really looking to up their game, increase the health benefits they're going to get from this activity, what would you advise in terms of things like pace, duration, even incline, if that's something that's important and makes a difference?
Okay, well, I think in Dubai, where obviously at the moment it's very, very hot. So I understand that a lot of people find it very difficult to get out, and a leisurely stroll is really all they can manage. And studies have shown that even a leisurely stroll can reduce your all-cause mortality by 4%. So actually anything is beneficial. My advice in terms of pace and incline duration, so they have shown that 15 minutes is a good amount to do, and it's doable generally by most of us, even if we're exhausted after work. Incline is always beneficial. If you're going against gravity, you are going to build up that muscle faster. Your calf muscles are also going to build up, and they help pump the blood back to your heart. So certainly that is going to be beneficial as well. In terms of pace, now, obviously, this study has shown the faster you go, you're going to have a 20% or nearly 20% all-cause mortality decline. So you're reducing your all-cause mortality by increasing the pace. So I think it's more specific to the person. It's what you can manage. Obviously, we understand that people have lots of different, medical problems, and are unable to potentially walk as fast as they would be able to, maybe if they have arthritis in their hips or they have other diseases or pathologies. So it's important to go at your own pace and know that every kind of every little helps, really.
Does this translate as well to other low impact exercises? I mean, we're talking about walking because that's where the study's been done, but is it more or less same with things like swimming or cycling? Or are the benefits unique, to those different disciplines?
It's absolutely anything cardiovascular. So anything that you can do. They even say, even if you change up where you park your car, so you're parking your car a little bit further away, having to go a little bit further, you're doing cycling, like you said, swimming, going upstairs is also beneficial. So choosing the stairs instead of the lift is always quite a good one to go for. So these little changes we know can make a huge difference to your overall health.
Now, what about for people who are very fit already? Let's say they already have a training schedule, they're focused on staying fit, they're already getting that blood pumping in different ways. Is walking still a beneficial thing to incorporate for those individuals? Or at that point, have you kind of surpassed the need for walking?
I think that's a difficult one. It's based on the individual and based on their individual risk as well. So if you've been an athlete for many years, your baseline is already very high, but you still have a high cardiovascular risk because of perhaps genetics, family history, or maybe your body has been so used to kind of being at a high level for such a long time, and then perhaps you're not maintaining that level. Adding in something like walking, if it's in addition to what you've been doing for many years, could potentially be a benefit to you because your body may have built up some resilience to what you've been doing for all those years before.
Dr. Simran, thank you so much for joining us on the show today to chat about this.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's the voice there of Dr. Simran Dio. She is a family medicine consultant, a wellness doctor as well at NMC Royal in DIP.